Mic check 1 2 1 2. I gotta do two things. Okay, the punk ass dog was in here hanging out. Now he wants to leave, so let me let the dog out, and we're gonna get this party started. But go ahead, while I'm letting the dog out, y'all go ahead and drop that Sauce Nation roll call. Shout out your side with pride wherever you may be. All right, I'm back. No, I'm not. Anyway, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Soft Sports. If you're not familiar with Soft Sports is Houston, Texas. Homer Network means we're talking all sports. Only Houston. Because that's all that really matters, right? The ups and the downs, it's all H-Town. Go ahead and shout out, let me check and see if y'all can drop that Sauce Nation roll call in the chat. Hey, wherever you is, wherever you're at, you know, drop that in the chat so I can send a little bit of digital love. Are we back? Are we back now? I know it's buffering. I don't know what the fuck. I know what it is. Well, what happened one day when y'all couldn't see it? I can't remember if it was in the den or in the sauce. I think it was in the sauce. I tripped over my Ethernet cord and I like fucked the little clip up. And I got another one. I got like a bunch of them around here. Some of them just too lazy to go switch it out. So if it's buffering or fucking up, it's probably my fault. But anyway, like I said, Sauce Nation roll call. Shout out to SoundCloud, wherever you are, wherever you may be. Send a little bit of digital love in your direction. Let's talk about it. We're going to talk about a few things. Why does it keep saying the fucking Honcho Saucy shit? I fucking switched that shit out to the goddamn... Why is that not connected? Let's switch it out to the fucking thing. Let me exit out and just bring it back, because that should be doing some... The bot be doing some janky shit sometimes. I don't even know what's going on. But, again... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But it's good to see y'all. But y'all like, well, what happened to you? You were supposed to come back for the pregame, right? The second half of the pregame. And I thought about it. I really did. And I just said, you know what? Fuck this shit. And it's not because of y'all, because of Sauce Nation. I knew it was going to happen. There was no point in getting hyped up. So I finished playing fucking Far Cry, beat it. Great story. Far Cry was a great story. There's a couple of parts of it, just elements of the game I don't like. I know some of y'all don't care. But... other than that, overall great game. If you ain't fuck with it. Broderick, I'd have spoil it for you just because you're a terrible person. All right. I see the lovely Miss Sarah Lou holding down Reese Cruz. What's the motherfucking deal? It's like Alvin the Optimist who still pour money in his franchise. Franchise that gives zero fucks about the players. I gotta find my glasses. Texans like Activision. All they care about is your money. Don't give a shit about you. And then Activision make Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk was a great game. What else does Activision make? You know who used to be the shit back in the day? Fucking Acclaim. The motherfuckers used to make the damn NBA Jam. Because then they used to have like their little iguana on their logo. Iguana always be doing some different shit. But we'll get into that. Let's see. Draw Noel, Kenneth Cologne, Fabian Castillas, Broderick's here, everybody. Don't anybody get too excited about that. Alonzo Hill, Purple Drake. What's the motherfucking deal? Dead Shred. Let me see. Herb got it done. What's the motherfucking deal? Tony Snow, don't do no blow. Footballer 5-0 motherfucking 3 in the building. King Jaja. Let's see. Another show of negativity. This is all positivity. I got nothing but positive love for y'all. River Oaks in the building. Yellowstone in the building. Shout out to Alonzo. Tyrod Comeback Player of the Year. Heidi's here. Who gave Heidi a wrench? I must have been on drugs or something. Let's see. Jay Boogie, Trinity Gardens in the building, Northeast in the building, Brenham in the building. New York City. You need some pace. Okay, Brenham in here representing deep. Brenham gonna throw Davis Mills gonna throw the first pitch, gonna get picked up. Davis Mills better not be allowed nowhere near the fucking Astro. He like, hey, what is he? No, he's a Georgia dude. He might be rooting for the fucking Braves on the cool. Like, somebody needs to ask the question. Like, no, all bullshit to the side. Somebody needs to ask Davis Mills who the fuck he's rooting for in the World Series. And if that bitch say the motherfucking Braves, kick his ass off the team, cut that bitch, and then we're going to whoop that nigga outside on purpose. Just tell us when he's going to be there. When he pull out, we're going to roadblock his ass. We're going to beat the shit out that motherfucker. Not because he rooted for the Braves, just for every other reason. Anyway. Dog, Green. Well, let me get to that. I'm gonna get to all that, right? DeMarkey in the building. Let's see. Background. I thought you used this background before. You used this background before? This is when I'm talking more wide open shit. I had a pun. I'm not even gonna say it. And then, but yeah, we're gonna talk rock. We're gonna talk struggle. We're gonna talk all that good shit. Zero touch giving. What's the motherfucking deal? I believe Tyrod should be back in the mix, right? But I'm gonna tell y'all why Tyrod shouldn't play this week, right? Let Davis Mills go ahead and end his trash campaign. And it's not all Davis Mills. I know people are saying, oh well, you know, what's the dude's name? Fuck him. Tim Kelly. Tim Kelly, isn't given an opportunity to shine. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, because when those opportunities come, it's not as much shining going on as you would like, right? We've seen him have the potential to make some plays. You're like, well, against the pass, they were a bit more aggressive. Cool, beans, whatever. You saw how that worked out, right? I think that there's something going on, maybe, behind the scenes, but at the same time, I think they know what Davis is capable of, what they feel Davis is capable of. They're trying to minimize turnovers and things like that. So he's dinking and dunking because it was like, I don't even know the final game stats, but I know at the end of the first half, he actually had a good percentage. He was like 7 or 8 of 10, but it was like 80 yards, right? Something ridiculous. So it's just like, I'm going to tell y'all why. And I should have wrote all these down. Where's my fucking pen at? I got plenty of shit to talk about. There's plenty of shit that I should have said post game, but I didn't even do a post game. But if the Texans are just out here getting dismantled by fucking 30 points, I have nothing to say. All right, like if it rounds up to 30, what was it, 26? Who the fuck scores 5? Who the fuck scores 5 points? I've never. What kind of ridiculous? Anyway. Hey, you. Oh, I did well because I finished Far Cry on the on my own time because there was just too much to be streaming it. There's a chicken named Chicharron, and that's actually pretty funny. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. A couple of points to point out, and as we move forward, I'll talk about fans in this town. I'm going to talk about teams in this town, and express my thoughts on a few different things. Right? Oh, my shoulder's disappearing. It must be much dark on this side. I got to turn that light. Anyway, David Johnson is a big old bitch. Like, I'm not saying anything that's surprising you. I'm not saying anything that amazes you. I'm not. Nothing I just said makes you feel one way or the other. Like, Honcho, we know. Like, well, what is your point? The reason why I say this is the man has no heart. You can't trade him for shit. Trade him for a 7th rounder if you can get it. Like, get him out of here because he will not play another meaningful game in a Texans uniform. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you cannot get fired up to play against your old team and go off when you had more opportunity, I think John might have got, I don't know, just from looking at it, because I don't really be like big on the stats. I don't really give a fuck about the stats. It looked like he had more carries in this game and more opportunity in this game than he had in games prior. And what did he really do with it? Like, you have something to prove. Like, Hop was determined he was going to get a fucking touchdown. Like, it was going to happen. And what's his name fucked him over early on in the game, but it is what it is. Watt, man, whatever. But you saw they shot the little slug at the end, Watt and Hop walking off the field. I'm sure they had plenty to say. Hop, they talked to him about who did he miss on the other side. He said the training staff. But I mean, fuck, who the fuck was here? Like everybody's trying to make that a big deal. But who the fuck was really here when Hop was here? It's a whole new fucking regime, right? You switched basically everybody out except for fucking Tim Kelly. He was only, I don't even know, was he even there when Hop was there? So it's like, who is he supposed to say, oh, Cal? Like, who the fuck is he supposed to say that he missed? Like, so that's not even a shot. Like, people are trying to play, oh, yeah, he was shooting slugs at the table. Like, no, the fuck he wasn't. How? Yeah, them new niggas I don't know that's there. I missed him. Like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, Kyler is a midget. That fucking call on Malik Collins was bullshit. Like, what the fuck was he supposed to do? What the fuck was he supposed to do? Like, how much lower can you get? Like, it's not his fault that the dude's fucking 4 feet tall. Where else are you supposed to hit him? Even if you laid flat, you'd fucking hit him in the neck. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's nothing else you could have did. The dude ducked down. Like, that's that fucking helmet shit. Helmet to helmet. Maybe one thing. But like, oh, your hand touches helmet, your shoulder. Like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. Like, tell him get the fuck. That's the stupidest fucking rule in the fucking world. You touched a quarterback, penalty. Let's throw a fucking flag. That was the stupidest fucking shit ever. I'm like, what the? Come on, like, there has to be a point where you have to have, like, some common sense, right? And say, well, there's really no other option. Then how do you play that rule across the board evenly? Well, it's not his fault he's short. He should get the same treatment. No, it is his fucking fault he's short. He should have drank milk when he was young and he'd have grew taller. But his fucking ass was drinking juicy juice and bullshit, and he started his fucking growth. He's probably smoking cigarettes at 5 years old, drinking juicy juice, and that's why his fucking ass is short. Look like a little old man. Big head little motherfucker. So, that's just kind of like my whole deal, right? It's fucked up. It is what it is, man. You said, I swear, I hope you leave with Watson. But yeah, like, get him out of here. Like, that's what's taking the trade so long. That's what's taking the trade negotiation so long. is there's plenty of offers on the table for Deshaun Watson, but the Texans are trying to move David Johnson. We're like, nah, we don't want that nigga. You got to take him. You want Deshaun, you got to take his trash ass with him. And that's what's holding everything up. We don't even want no extra picks for him. We don't want nothing extra. You just got to take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. But the fact that you couldn't get your nuts up to fucking play against your former team, and you a bullshit dude in my book. Like, that's something I harp on often. How many times have you seen Texans come to Houston or play against their old Texas team? People motherfuckers who just from Texas, as a matter of fact, fucking play Houston and go off. You can't go back to Arizona, the motherfucker who traded you for, just really got rid of your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he doesn't think like he was the equivalent of Hop or something in there, but he can't. There's no way he possibly can. But it's just like, dog, they fucking got rid of you. It's not because you were wanted. They just threw you in. They were like, fuck it, we just take this nigga too. Like, that needs to be another thing to Texas. Like, take him, get him out of here. He's worthless. Like, he's dog. I wouldn't even take no fucking hot Funyuns for that motherfucker. I don't even eat Funyuns. I don't even like hot chips, dog. Like, you just I wouldn't want the fucking bag to discard to get to somebody home. Like, he's trash, dog. Get him out of here. He's just like, he's a waste of space. Like, why even get this dude carries, dog? Because he's been playing soft all year. Shout out to Big B, like I said, with the bubble muscles. Like, you that big for what? You big for nothing, bro. And like I say, I'm an observer, a watcher of people, characters, and behaviors, and it's just certain things about David Johnson since he's been here. You know, so there's that. Another thing, I jotted some stuff down because I want to talk about old finger bang and oh, I ain't been on Top Shot in a minute. I need to check out Top Shot. I put them in my little notes. I was out and about. I was at the store earlier. And I thought about something. I actually had 2 points, and I have to start saving shit because I'll be forgetting shit. Oh, okay. I got 2 points, right? 2 points. So, let's talk about the whole trade. And I know people are saying, oh, you keep saying this about Deshaun Watson, and those are allegations about him with the finger thing. If that nigga want to leave the city, I believe it. That's just my choice. You want to leave Houston? I believe every negative thing they saying about your ass. Fuck them, right? And now you're trying to hear like the rhetoric of, oh, well, Cal said something. Like, dog, shut up with the racism shit, okay? Like, miss me with that shit. That's like the go-to excuse for everything. Like, something racist. Well, what the fuck was said? Tell me what was said, right? Tell me what was said, and we'll talk about it. Like, because we can talk about, like, even with the Gruden shit. That shit was funny. It was hilarious. But everybody want to go to racism. You got Randy Moss crying like a bitch. Now people saying, oh, Cal and Deshaun had a racist. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Because here's the thing. Here's what would have happened with that. If Cal and Deshaun did have a racist, prior to him being a finger finagler, if Deshaun Watson would have came out to the city and said, hey, this is why I don't want to play Cal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whose side do you think the entire city, the entire NFL, everybody in the fucking world would have took? Deshaun Watson, hands down. It would not even be a thing. But to use that as the excuses, that's why you got to miss me with that shit, bro. Like, you cannot sell me that at a discount price. Like, you can feel however you want to feel about the organization, everything else. Like, now all of a sudden, all this Muslim motherfucker, oh, yo, Cal says something. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, you know, it's just, it's terrible. Like, I don't even know what allegedly was said. That's the thing. It was just something racist was said. It was on one of them NFL podcasts. One was talking about, their relationship can't be mended. Yeah, Cal told him something racist. So I'm like, get out of here, right? I don't know. Now, Watson ain't said nothing. Apparently, this is just one of the other rumors floating around in circles, right? Like, I don't care. Like, if we're gonna get a motherfucker, like, here's my deal, bro. It's about credibility. Like, if Cal said something racist, air him out. We still gonna talk shit about him. It is what it is. But if the man don't put that on somebody's resume. Don't shit on somebody's resume just because you don't like him. Like, don't add additional bullshit. You know, if the motherfucker's trash, he's trash in his own right. You know what I'm saying? But saying he said this or that or the third, you got a hard time selling that shit to me, bro. All right? Okay? Like, it is what it is. Or not even selling it to me, but saying that he said it to Watson or his camp or some shit like that. Like, that like, niggas use the race card, like, not even just niggas, it's the POC thing now. Everybody's using the race card too much and then trying to use it, like, it loses value. So when real shit does happen, that's one thing. But that story, I'm not buying it. But So here's my thoughts on Watson. Make sure I hit that like button first. Here's my thoughts on Watson. I got two kind of things going on. One, now they're saying that the Panthers are in the conversation. I'm hearing, Philly's supposed to still be in the conversation. The general names that have been thrown around since the very beginning, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. So allegedly, these guys are all in the convo. Allegedly, these teams are all have interest in Watson. Allegedly, whatever. But he still has the no trade clause. I don't know who's putting what on the table. I don't know if these are allegations made to try to get other teams interested to up the price. Whatever, who cares? But my deal is, if there is a deal being made and you are the GM or whatever, like Watson's not an idiot, his camp's not an idiot. If a team is having to get up a high fucking price to get him, and we know what the Texans are asking, and he has this no trade clause, like, does he have the right to be informed of the package being given up for him to be traded? Like, I mean, of course, it's going to get leaked out and all that. But say you could control this information, right? Because say you go into a particular team, it's going to make that team significantly worse. If players are coming with it, if picks are coming with it, depending on when these picks are coming, things like that, right? Like Watson's good. And yeah, you need a solid foundation. But we saw Watson with last year's team and what happened, right? You could end up in a situation like that with some of these other teams that they don't have picks coming down the line and other things. So does he deserve? Oh, terrible. Terrible. Say I lived in Houston for most of my life. Like, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, this is a den conversation. I'll save it for the den, so I'm not even going to go into it. We're definitely going to have a racial conversation in the den before the week's up because there's some stuff that's on my mind, but I got a whole another topic for tonight. I'm trying to trigger as many people as I can. But that's what I'm saying. I know he has the final say, but again, you're saying all he can have is the final say where he goes, okay, cool. Because that's what I'm saying, like, because does that change his, like you say you go to Miami and they're giving up a shitload of shit. Say they send Will back or some shit, I don't know. But they give him a whole bunch of shit before he agrees to it or whatever, or his camp agrees to it or whatever. And, again, now you're in the same situation. I don't think Miami's situation is too much better than Houston right now, right? And that's with quarterbacks and shit that they wanted. So, again, whatever. Now, my second thing with that is, let's say we get rid of Watson. Before the trade deadline, all of this, so I don't care where the picks fall, as long as you get you some extra first. I'd rather be picking 20-something instead of fucking 60-something, fucking 70, 80 or some whatever. Okay? Get the picks, get the first, right? Is it not better to get postponed first than upcoming first, right? Because I feel like the trading of Deshaun Watson is probably going to go hand in hand with the firing of David Cullen. Hear me out. The reason why I say this is because you got to think about this. You have a lot of first rounders, a lot of first round picks. If you're going to go quarterback, whatever, you're going to have the coach that you wanted. And we all know Cully's not that guy. And it's been shown this year, a lot of ineptitude. They'll be able to use those things as excuses for canning whatever. They'll have easy excuses to can the man, right? But you have to have the coach you want picking those picks, right? Unless you're just going to give all this unmitigated power to, which you already are, to Caserio, and then telling whatever coach you're able to bring in, make it work with these guys. Now, I know people are going to mention Jackie Easterby and all that other shit, but I say all that to say how confident are you, no matter what kind of package that they get, how confident are you in this working? Because Cully's not your long-term guy. Nick and Jack and Jill and whoever else, whatever, are going to have all the say-so, right? So you're going to try to plug and play a coach into the things that you want, into this culture, and all these valuable picks. What's the possibility that these picks end up being wasted, right? Because you get a guy who can't work with them. You get a guy who can't utilize the talent, depending on whoever is available, what direction they go in the future. I know a lot of people still thinking McCown, whatever, right? Because if you have Cully in place, you got a situation. If you got this coaching staff in place, you may have a situation where talent can get, however you may or may not feel about Davis Mills. You saw some potential. Maybe a better coach, maybe a better staff could have pulled more potential, put him in a better situation, right? I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I think it's decision-making on the field and things like that, but that's a whole nother conversation. So if you're going to waste all these high-value picks and waste years off their careers, you're going to have the guy in there, right? So in my opinion, Cully might get fired sooner, depending on when Deshaun gets traded. So ultimately, do you have confidence in the outcomes of all these first-rounders? I don't. And this is not to just shit on the Texans. Like, this is a new regime, new people in there, but it's just the way things are being handled. It makes me question it all. Now, I segue this into saying, and I'm trying to talk relatively quick. I want to get the line open, get a call or two in. I segue this into relatively quickly because you talk about management, you talk about new general managers, you talk about, appreciate the love, Trey. Say Watson to the 49ers? No Watson to the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? It says speaks to a stranger. This shout out to this all an illusion. What assets do the 49ers have? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do they got that we can utilize, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But again, so I say all this, right? I say all this by the Texans fucking shit up. Say you do get a haul for them. How confident are you in this haul? Do they got to be Christian guys? Do they got to be squeaky clean records? You know, oh, he got a speeding ticket once in college. He got a parking ticket. He didn't have his sticker on campus. He didn't have his permit. You know, and this is not knocking anybody's religion, right? Because I have my own faith, my own beliefs. It's not knocking anybody's religion. But what I'm saying is, if you try to use that as a standard for football players and talent, if this is part of your talent search, then you know we got questions. But I segue this into talking about like the Rockets, right? The Rockets had a down year last year, lost one of the best talents in NBA history, right? And you can say what you want to say about James and everything else. It is what it is. And you just see talent-wise, one of the better players in the league. You look at the numbers, don't lie, okay? If you're a stat sexual, they turn you on, they arouse you. But I'm just saying, the dude is a baller, right? You look at the basics. I don't need analytics to tell you that James Harden can hoop. I can not like his off-court antics, his sexual deviancy allegedly, or whatever else you got going on. But still, nonetheless, the dude can hoop, right? Just destroyed the team. Just destroyed the team. The Rockets go back, finesse, finagle, get fucking 4 first-round picks, and all of them are extremely talented. On a low key, Sengun might be ahead of everybody, right? Sengun might be ahead of everybody, just as far as NBA readiness. But all the dudes can hoop. Crazy, right? All them dudes can hoop. Just switch coaching staffs, guys in a similar fucked up situation, right? New coach, new GM, after a way of doing all this stuff. Took 1 year. They're, I'm not going to say relevant again, but you got a guy who may be contending for Rookie of the Year, consensus preseason Rookie of the Year pick. And the dude is showing you that he's got talent. You're seeing the flash. You're seeing several flashes. Went off the other night. The dude can ball, right? Exciting to watch at the very least. Just like we used to think DW4 was exciting to watch. So even if you're not winning games, even if, you know, it doesn't go up completely your way, shit, you're being very entertained to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, with everybody, that whole roster that they put together, right? After taking a big lump, taking a big L, they found a way to finesse it. Can the Texans do the same thing? Astros were bad for years. Some stupid idiot that y'all like to listen to, what's his name, Special Needs Sports, and said that fucking what? That the Texans didn't lose 100 games 3 years. Like, you can't correlate a baseball season to an NFL season. We can talk about management styles. That makes more sense. Astros had not the greatest roster for a while. They developed talent. They fucking... Harden went to the turkey leg hug after playoff L. See, that's what it was. He was fucking with all them bitches in their bonnets and bathing suits after the fucking playoff. But like my deal with Harden too, though, is Harden. You seen Harden after games go hard, back in the gym, working out for hours. Like, he was wishy-washy, but the dude could hoop. Appreciate the love, super sauce, super chat love, Trey. So here's my thing, though, right? And the Texans at one point in time, I mean, under Harden, what? You got to a couple of Western Conference Final, you got to a Western Conference Final. Should have been to a thing if CP didn't have the fucking rusty hamstring. Golden State, one of the best teams in allegedly in history, was basically his nemesis. San Antonio, Pop is that guy, right? He played terrible. We can get on that all you want to. But he took teams to the brink. Never took them to the championship, fine, whatever. Knocked on the door. The reason misses 1,000 threes, whatever. We can point a whole bunch of things. Astros. Stunk it up for a couple of years. What Sports Illustrated said 2017 would be their year. They win it. Well, they're banging trash cans. They're back on the brink. A couple of injuries derailed them, last season? And then they're back this year, right? No trash cans. No nothing. People still want to hate on them. But they said fuck everybody and did it. Texans arguably, at different points throughout their history, you probably think 3 or 4 different seasons where they were probably one of the most talented teams, if not the most talented team in the league as far as, just athletes, just guys that could fucking ball. And ain't got you nowhere. Ain't sniffed a conference championship. Right? Like, yeah, you got plenty of fucking division titles. Cool beans, bro. When the division was absolutely ass. Everybody else in that division in that time has gone to the fucking AFC championship. When the Texans don't win the division, somebody out the AFC South goes to the fucking AFC championship. Explain it. Like, and then again, we got all them diehard, we got them. I bet you want Bill O'Brien. Fuck Bill O'Brien. Now, anybody crying, fuck Bill O'Brien, I'll eat crow on Kubiak. I'd rather have Kubiak. I said that to y'all the other year. But it's just like, what is that? What is that? That's what you want to hang? You like looking at them little banners that you was on the background from yesterday? Oh, look at those banners. Those are cool. Our prosthetically improved, world famous fans rooting and cheering for this simpleton shit. Like rooting and cheering. Them dudes are 6 now? I don't know. I blame the fans, right? This ain't the first time you heard me say it. Because the Texans are the most popular team in this fucking city and have not achieved diddly squat. You know I'm mad when I'm saying diddly squat. Have not achieved diddly squat, yet you still got groups of people. You got some people woken up, right? You got some people who were visionaries and saw it way ahead. You saw some people who, woke up after the Watson thing. Some people woke up during the Billy O era. But you still got enough motherfuckers, quote unquote, diehards. People will argue with you, well, you're supposed to ride or die. Yeah, that's if a team is trying to win games, you ride. Like if they're actually trying to win and succeed, you ride with them motherfuckers, just having bad years. But when your team is like doing historically terrible shit that you've never seen, like that's when you have to question shit. All right. Again, I've used the cousin on crack analogy too many times. You got somebody you love, a family member, you love them, you want to see them succeed, but they smoking rocks. You're not gonna tell them, hey, keep smoking that rock. I love you. I'm gonna root for you. No, you're gonna tell them, motherfucker, you smoking, you tripping. Stop doing what you're doing. Turn this shit around. But you got Texans fans that want to keep smoking rocks. That's why we have the pipe emoji. That's why the pipe emoji exists. If somebody wouldn't mind dropping the pipe emoji for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. No, here's the thing, Brickva. If you can't sustain drives, what happens to your defense? I told y'all that before in the pregame. They can't be on the field all fucking day. the goddamn whatchamacallit has a talented team. They got Green, Connor, Ertz. Come on, you have a very talented offense on the side. Kyler Murray is a mini man, but he's not a slouch. Like, if your offense ain't sustaining drive, eventually it's gonna happen. They stalled them out the first 3 drives. The defense put points on the defense put just as many points on the board almost if as the offense didn't put any points on the board. Special teams and fucking defense. Your man Mills got us nothing. Nothing. He did nothing. So it is what it is. There's nothing positive. There's no, usually like when we do post game, there's good, bad, and ugly, right? It was all bad and ugly. There was no good from yesterday's game. Defense played good early on. They got worn down. Eventually did what they had to do. Lonnie got a turnover. Whoop-de-whoop. Offense had short field on a couple of occasions, couldn't do shit with it. And this is what I just talked about it. You weren't here earlier. But why would the OC do that? Because he knows Mills' limitation. Do you think that the OC would call a game for Deshaun that way? Would he call the game for Tyrod that way? You can't force a fucking square peg into a round hole. Mills is a triangular peg, right? He's not, he won't fit into I guess if you turn him like that way, you could put into the square. All right, so there's that. All right, so anyway, you know what I'm saying. I'm going over the top with it. But he's a triangular peg in the round hole. He don't work, okay? And the dude is like, again, you see flash. Matter of fact, I'm going to do something. Y'all meet me over here. I'm back in the crow's nest, right? Last time I came to the crow's nest, no, hold on, let me make sure my audio's there. Last time I came to the crow's nest, Watson does try any pig. Last time I came to the crow's nest, I made a statement. And I'm going to make another statement about the same individual. I gave Mills credit for that one decent game that he had. I'm reneging on the Crow. I've never done this before, okay? I'm reneging on the Mills Crow. He's trash, okay? It is what, I tried to be neutral hunter. I tried to be unbiased. I tried to, give everything the benefit of the doubt. Davis Mills is not it, bro. The reason why the play calling is the way it is, because you don't think the coaching staff sees this dude at practice all week and realizes, yeah, he's played worse with your starting talent back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It makes no sense to me. And again, it is what it is. And I have no crows. This is not crow. I just want to be in the crow's nest when I say David Johnson is trash. Like floating island of garbage trash. He's the worst, bro. And he's getting paid. Why that man is stealing from us. David Johnson is stealing. Not to the level of Osweiler stealing, but it's equivalent. At least Osweiler did things. He not always good things, but he did things. David is just showing up for practice basically and getting paid and then flopping on the ground. I am very upset with that. All right. This crow's nest stinks. Let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Oh, come on, Angus, don't do my boy Brickford like that. He ain't that bad. He ain't that bad. He ain't even close to that bad. But all I'm saying is, why is fans in this city? Because why? Football is God, so Texans get the benefit of the doubt. This is Houston. It's a football city. And I know somebody's saying that the Astros are the most popular. I think Astros fever. Houston is also a bandwagon. See, I hate to say it. Fans around here will dick ride. There's a lot of dick riding Houston fans, right? And this is why, people say, "Oh, you're talking about that." I don't talk about now, especially when the sauce came about and all these things. It's during the Astros good period. I'm not that type of dude. Astros all the motherfucking way. World Series every time. All this. I wasn't really I've watched, what was that, in '05 when I think they went as a super fucking casual. Oh, the Astros in the World Series, let me watch it. And I've come to a conclusion. I hate pinstripe uniforms of all kinds. Baseball, basketball, all of them. I just don't like pinstripes. I've come to that conclusion. Anyway, so that's why I don't do it. Like even now, you know, that knew they were going to be good and that things was like, it's not my place. You know, because I'm not a bandwagon type person. And I think that's what you got. I think you got a lot of bandwagon Astros fans. Because once they won that first one, everybody and their mama, I've seen more fucking Astros shit than ever, right? When them fucking seats were empty and you couldn't sell a ticket, kind of like the fucking Texans. Now, did y'all see that deal? Who's getting the package to the Rams game? Texans don't pay me, but I'm going to do some free promo. You can get 4 tickets at the go. And here's the thing, that actually might be a shitty deal. You're actually paying probably for the food mostly. It's like 4 tickets, I think 4 drinks, I think some hot dogs or something like that, and something else. It's like $130. Right, so it's like equals out to like $32 a ticket, right? And all that shit. Like they are trying to give shit away against the Rams. Rams might potentially be in the conversation coming towards the end of the year, right? Texans are so terrible. They cannot, they can't give these motherfuckers away. Look, if you go buy the family package, they will upgrade you to a suite. Please go to the Texans game. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Trill? I don't know what the worst load that you've ever had to carry anywhere is. I have no idea, so I have nothing. But I do hope the next load that you have to pick up, when you get to the scale that is unbalanced, you got to turn back around, and you got to fix that shit, and it delays a whole day off your driving time. That's what I hope for you. Yeah, popcorn is for you, nigga. So, here's my deal, though, right? I'm going to open up the line. We got about 15 minutes of talking to do. So, let me switch it over. Let me actually open the line up. And so again, like I said, your thoughts. Hey man, if the Texans do get a haul for Watson, what good is it really if you don't know the future coach and how he's going to utilize him? We're going to go with the guidance of Nick and Jack. Is that what we're rocking with? Also, do you think Watson, and again, I know shit gets leaked out ahead of time and all the other shit before it happens. But before Watson agrees to a trade, should he be privy to the terms? Or should he just be willing to sign off on the team that he's willing to go to? I'd like to know your thoughts about that. Seasoned with dehydrated pigeon shit. How is that even a thing, right? 1, how does the pigeon shit get in the popcorn? Okay. 2, who takes the time to dehydrate the pigeon shit? Like, what type of life do you have to be out there just selectively choosing pigeon shit, right? Then dehydrating it and then placing it within the popcorn kernels so that way it gets popped, right? I need to know these things. Mills, outplayed Mac, you say? My thing is this, right? Brickva, you're not a Texans fan, are you? You're just a David, whatever his fucking name is, David Mims fan, right? If I'm correct. Or you weren't a fan of the Texans until David Mims got here. Am I correct? Yes. Davis Mims. Okay, so you're a Texans fan now that he's here. All right. Brickville, I would honestly like you to call in. I would like you to call in. Because I would like to have a conversation. Conversation through text and chat is just, it's weird, right? I would like to have an honest conversation about David Mims, in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Mills peaked in high school. He peaked. That's where he peaked. He peaked in high school. Right? Because I'm curious. Like, I want to hear the man behind the name. I want to have a conversation. I need to have an understanding. I need to know why. All right, just got a message on the sauce line, the text on the sauce line that says, "Fuck Stanford, except Andrew Luck. He's cool." No, see, absolutely not. I was better in college than I was in high school. I just fucked up a lot more in college than I did in high school. So there's that. Oh. That's my guy Hector. Shout out to Hector. Well, shout out to Hector. I'm not even gonna say, I'm not gonna jinx anything. I know Hector's rules of the baseball, right? But here's the thing, but we're so what is your definition of call? God damn it, call in, bro. I want to hear the voice behind these thoughts. Like, I think Brickfa is like is artificial intelligence. Aloha Bowl? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was just 95. 95 was a long time ago. What was I doing in 95? Oh, terrible stuff. But I'm just saying, I would like you to call it. I have questions, right? And the timing back and forth. I just want to talk about Davis Mills, your fandom for Davis Mills. Shout out to Jeremiah. And I'm curious. You know, maybe you can help me and the rest of Sauce Nation understand, because maybe you've been following Davis for quite some time, longer than we have. So, you know, your fandom originates from a different place than ours. Ours is Deshaun Watson does some despicable acts. The women tell on him, so he's leaving because he don't want to be here and man up for his shit. Then this new guy comes in and it's not that good, and his name's Davis Mills. You are a fan of him from when he may have been more relevant, right? When he was, what was it, the number one high school quarterback in the league? Or not the league, but high school quarterback in the nation or some shit like that. So maybe you can give us a foundation of your fandom. Maybe you see something we don't see, right? So I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what's what. Davy Milf. Davy Milf can't even beat Mike Glennon in a neck contest. Terrible. Has he always had that neck? Has he always had that neck? I'm curious. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all don't want to get in on the line. Next level. Like I say, you know, either way, I'll let that go. But my deal is just like, man, for this city to change the fans have to change. The reason why, all we got, especially when it comes to, everything, like, I don't know, maybe Houston's just too nice. Maybe that whole Southern hospitality thing is, we just need to root for them. They're our home. Nah, fuck that. We need to be like Philly. Just actually have industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be something like that, right? And not be, like total shitbags. Or like New York without the rats. Like, who was that? I think Wise shared it. And where they were all excited for the fucking New York Knicks. And they were going crazy. Like, you don't get that energy. And like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, we lack the passion. We just accept it, right? Like, Texans fans are the reason that the state of Texas is turning blue. Straight up. We're just going to accept it. We're just going to sit here and just accept it and hope for the best. Maybe everything will be all right. And nothing changes. It just gets worse and worse and worse, right? Like, this is where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to Philly than Hopkins. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you using two different accounts? Giving me double the views? I appreciate it. One, so like I said, it's just like, it's a situation where as long as motherfuckers are all peachy keen, and that's the problem. Like, Houston people, I guess because we are cordial, so people don't want to shit on the team. They don't want to say nothing bad. They feel like the Texans really represent them. And I've said 1,000 times before, what about the Texans represents Houston? Nothing. The Astros, what's their hashtag for the H? We talked about the Dynamo and Dash, hold it down. Rockets, you've seen various things, they do it for the city. What's the Texans? Says Jack Easterby wants a religious organization, not a football franchise. I agree. The thing is, excuse me. I got a question, and I meant to bring this up in the Discord. I didn't even get in the Discord yesterday. I just played the thing. When I said I had some thoughts about Nico Collins, right? Remind me, I need to talk about that in there. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we were tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Say if she turns into a Cowboys fan, well, no comment. No comment. Because you said, I think the Oilers leaving causes my. I agree. I think that's 100% it. But at the same time, fuck them. Fuck them. Like, do you see what happened? The Oilers left. We're on the brink of winning a bowl. Been trash for like 20 years. They take one of our old coaches, and now they're on the brink of being relevant. I mean, they're back in that conversation, like, as a solid team. What has the Texans done in that 20 years? Like, the Texans don't. There's no, like, players, certain players, yeah, they fuck with Houston, but like the team itself is designed in such a way that you could pick this motherfucker up, put it in any other city in America, and change the name. And it's the same. The energy, the vibe, nothing's there. Like, what do you got? What was the biggest thing the Texans did? Bulls on Parade? That lasted for a couple of years. Did people try to extend it a couple of years longer than what it was? Bulls on Parade died with Cushing. No Cushing, no Bulls on Parade. Period. Like, yeah, y'all can take that however y'all want to. Like, but what? This is a cookie cutter fucking team. It's a cookie cutter franchise. And the Texans, like a lot of fans in Houston, are afraid to break any rules. You know what I mean? Like to push it to the limit, push it to the edge. Like everybody in this motherfucker just wants to be happy-go-lucky. It's all good. Oh, the Texans, they're just not doing too hot right now. No, them motherfuckers suck, dog. Like, as long as fucking Davis Mills is running this shit, just what you got, they suck. And then apparently, yesterday was Cal's birthday. I heard that didn't go too well, right? The Letterman jacket. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the high point? This team... Like, you should want to scrap this motherfucker and start. Like, can we push the reset button, rename this motherfucker next year, just like overhaul him. Like, once we get rid of Deshaun, overhaul him and go ahead, fire Culley, just whatever, fire everybody, and just hit the restart button. Like, what the shit? I don't know, Sega, hit the little black button, like on the Super Nintendo. Slide that bitch up, slide the little purple thing up. This bitch. Like, there's more low points on this team than there are high points. The team has a losing record in history. You got a couple of division championships in the AFC South, which has been widely regarded as the worst division since its inception, almost, right? That's what you want to hang your hat on? That's what you want to hang your Texans fandom on? That's what your support is in? Even with the dominance of the South for that little while, you still got a losing record all time. And we can talk about, expansion teams. That's been 20 years. This is year 20. Ain't shit changed. This year 20 looks like year 1. Win your first game. It don't look too hot. Against the Jags. You got people out there saying, who was it saying, talking about that they feel like the fucking Lions at 0-7 are better than the Texans. Can't fault them for that. What are the Texans giving up? The high point was one dominant quarter at Kansas City. That was the high and low point all in one game of this entire franchise. Like, there's nothing to hang your hat on, bro. Like, you got more negative outcomes with the fucking Texans. You got let's think about it. You got some could-have-beens. Your two could-have-beens was Kansas City, almost made it to AFC, and then when you played Baltimore that year, you had T.J. Yates, and they should have just kept running Arian Foster because he was going off, and they decided to have Yates throw it to DeAndre, and it did not pan out well. Those are your closest points to doing anything major. You've had 4 or 5 embarrassing playoff exits, including the same one that you want to talk about as your high point. You've had all kind of schemes, allegations. You've had the worst trade in NFL history. You got quarterback leaving that don't want to be here. One of the better quarterbacks in the league say, fuck this organization, don't want to be here. When does that ever? And I mean, you've had quarterbacks want to leave, but basically hold the fucking motherfucker hostage. Say, fuck it. Then his own personal allegations. You had the inmate conversation. You got the allegations, Cal's a Tommy boy. You got the Jack Easterby shit going on. There's more national lows on this fucking Texans team than there are highs. You got, what is your high? Winning the AFC South a couple of years? That's not a high because every team during that span went on to go to the AFC Championship. So that eradicates it. Like, fuck that shit. That motherfucker be a wild card team and then fucking go further than you. I'm telling you, man, it's there's nothing good that you can say about the Houston Texans overall. They're just a franchise. And the sad part about it is, still going to be a fan of this fucking franchise. It's a terrible thing. See, and this is a Brown fan. Look, Brown fans in here like, man, y'all got fucked over. Remember we used to crack jokes? Oh, at least we're not the Browns. Yeah, at least we're not the Jags. We're neck and neck with the Jags. Like, we're just negative outcomes. But at least the Jags went to the AFC Championship, right? They've still gone further more recently than we have. But with all of their issues, everything that's been going wrong with that organization. And I hate to harp on it, right? But for some reason, because of certain individuals that I feel like are paid, I 100% believe, I have absolutely no proof to base this on. I 100% believe that the Texans are sponsoring certain fans, certain quote-unquote super fans, because they need that kind of press. When everybody else is saying whatever else they're saying, I believe it. Like you can't tell me no different. There's nothing that you can have me feel otherwise. I 100% believe that the Texans are sponsoring certain low-key, the same way, government sponsors influencers to get you certain messages and do certain things. I believe the Texans are doing it. Because there's nobody in their right conscious mind saying, oh, this team is going to be good. That you can find high points of this shit and continue to keep rooting for these motherfuckers blindly, and feel absolutely no disappointment when these motherfuckers getting their asses handed to them by 30 points. Well, we'll get them next time. No, the fuck we won't. Ain't gonna be no fucking next time. Not at this rate. Anyway, it is what it is. Hit that like button, man. I gotta get ready for the den. I gotta get ready to ruffle some feathers. I'm gonna eat me another bowl of homemade chicken soup because it's delicious. It's a sad state of affairs that we're in. And we got the Rams this week. Tyrod, stay hurt. Don't even come back. Wait till after the bye week or some shit. Just let them suffer for their decisions. If I was Tyrod, I'd be like, fuck it. I want to get traded too, goddamn. It is what it is. No, Pistol L. I actually got an old lady and she actually cooks for me. Get you one. Get you either one of those things. Vegan chicken soup? What? Was Impossible Chicken? Hell no. To the no. I'm not going to riot. I'm not going to march. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to complain because I don't like what's on my TV screen. I'm not going up to the stadium. People need to stop showing up. People need to, I don't care how fucking cheap the tickets are. You need to not go. You just need to not go to the game. Go to your local bar, get plastered, fight a stranger. Don't go to that stadium. Do not buy. I don't care if the tickets were given to you. Because the only way you send that message is by that motherfucker being empty. That's it. It's been relatively empty this year. You've seen it. You've never seen, and this is not a Rona thing. This is not about the 19 at all. It's a terrible product, and people don't want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to watch it. Terrible stuff. Anyway. And I don't even think that their pockets are necessarily hurt. You just can't. Don't buy no new merch. Again. Oh, and my last point to make. My bad. Because I had a whole point I was going to make about the Astros, the Rockets, and currently the Texans. This is my last statement. I'm going to eat my chicken soup. The Astros have stars that you can look forward to watching for the next few years. The Rockets have young talent, possible stars, Wood, KPJ, Green, Sengun's going to be a beast, Christopher's going to be nice, that you can watch for the next few years. So you know that your time that you have invested in this organization is worthwhile, and your time you have invested in the Astros, Rockets, worthwhile. You have No guarantee. You have no stars. You have no watchable talent on that field. Real quick. Who is your most marketable individual right now? Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks has great seasons throughout his career. I don't consider him a star. Am I wrong? If you consider, real quick poll, 0 for no, 1 for yes. Do you consider Brandon Cooks a star? Look on that defensive side of the ball. We all like Justin Reed, but Justin Reed's not a star. Lonnie's not a star. There's no star power on this team. Relevant names that have been here for years gone. Mercer's out there. We like Roy Lopez. He's not a star. We just like them because they play for our team. You wouldn't, if they played like this and they played for any other team, you wouldn't know their names. So, that's the thing. Oh, sad. Pistol L, you're obviously a weirdo. You need to go. Well, they didn't ban Bissonnette. That's probably why you're in here. There's no stars, man. That's what I'm saying. And so, G Nachos all stale. That's what it's damn Jackson star. You know what I'm saying? But period. Even if the coaches put him in bad positions, like there's winning games and things like that, but then there's talent. And I don't think you have anybody on that field that when you compare them to whoever they're playing against that you just feel like, man, their talent outshines everybody else. Brandon Cooks is consistent. He makes good catches. He'll have a that's a nice catch play every now and then. But ain't too much of Brandon Cooks just, wow, oh my God. He's good. He makes good plays, but it's just like he's not the guy that's just jumping off the page at you when you're looking at the fucking rosters. And Nico ain't showed nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, what's the difference? But here, if you kept Bill O'Brien, you got the same thing. Bill O'Brien lost 4 games straight. Bill O'Brien got rid of the talent. Bill O'Brien created this. So if you change it up from him, what's the difference? You just keep sticking with the guy that's getting progressively worse? And the same guy that they said that Billy had alleged that he was deliberately trying to destroy the team from the inside, deliberately trying to get fired? That's what we're supposed to stick with? Like I say, but here's the one thing about being at the very, very bottom. And I say this, saying it with a grain of salt that you can't get any worse. Shit, the only place to go from here is up. You just might be down here for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot Tunsil was there. Tunsil don't want to be here. Tunsil be going at the end of the year. They're going to trade Tunsil at the end of the year. What star LT wants to block for a quarterback that ain't no good? And I'm not saying he's probably shitting on Tyrod, but he's not going to base his career off Tyrod being here. He definitely don't want to do it from Mills. You want to play for a team. These guys want it all. They want money and to try to compete for a team that's going to win. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen for everybody. So you got paid, but you're playing for a team that is not looking real good. It's not what you signed up for, right? Up with hope and up with dope. But with that being said, man, something to produce. I got to get ready for the den. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like I said, I'm going to go get me another bowl of this delicious ass homemade chicken soup because this shit is good. Fuck Campbell's. This shit is good. But man, until mañana, something of the sort, I'm out.
Perfect.